Okay, so I just wanted to pop in here real quick and mention at the beginning of the video, let me know what foundation review you would like to see next, because I haven't tested these conclusively. It's the Born This Way from Too Faced and Cloud and the Smashbox Studio Skin in 0.1. Both of these I've had some issues with, but I'm definitely wanting to try. I just need to try them more to figure out the best way for them to wear on my face. Let me know which one you'd like to see first, and I will start testing that one more thoroughly. So today I'm wearing the Too Faced, but let me know. I have added a poll to this video. Exciting. Let me know. Hi everyone. I'm not really sure what this video is going to be about exactly. I have some ideas, but whether or not it will go that direction, I'm not really sure. It's going to be a get ready with me using the Too Faced Born This Way in Cloud. This is their new lightest shade. And since I do a lot of foundation stuff, you might want to see how it looks on my face in particular before I'm ready to do a review on it. And then I thought I would also talk about the video topic that Emily did recently with her collab with Stephanie Marie about unpopular beauty opinions. I think I saw Chloe Morello maybe did a video about this too. I don't know if that's where it originated. I don't know. I'm not up on these things. I just see some things. Like, maybe I have some thoughts. So I'm gonna start doing that. I think what I'll do first is just some eye stuff. So something that I felt like I had a response, like defending myself about some of the things that Emily was talking about, other things like I feel that I do that rather she does that I don't feel like makes sense for me, and maybe is also kind of under that umbrella of unpopular opinions. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define NC 0.5. I'm also going to do a concealer swatch video update. I have a lot more really fair options now and some drugstore, and I don't think I have any new high-end ones actually. I don't think. Maybe. No. Pretty sure not. But anyway, I just wanted to get drugstore and high-end together so that there could be a better comparison. Because I was talking to someone in the comments here recently about NYX HD and Alabaster, and I was trying to compare between the two photos, which were taken on different days with different lighting and different color correction, and those videos just overall were like really not good production quality. And I was really struggling with like lighting and camera settings at that very moment. Plus I was like about to have a baby. So things were not not at 100%. Anyway. So anyway, I'd like to do those concealer swatches, and you know, having this now and the ColourPop, the really fair ColourPop ones, and the MAC Studio. Oh yeah, I do have a high-end one that's very fair. I think I'm going to wear this today too. It's the Studio Fix concealer in NC10. Oh yeah, I have a lot of things in relation to concealer. I don't wear a lot of concealer under my eyes. I can't wear a lot of concealer under my eyes. It looks awful. I don't really like to highlight underneath my eyes. Again, I think it looks kind of awful on me. It's just like, I don't love the look of like really bright under eyes on my face. That's pretty unpopular. I don't like to bake. I don't like to use powder if I can avoid it altogether. I have a lot that I could just like spit out all at once here, because I don't even feel like there's all that much explanation required. Since we're talking about Emily, I think I'll just use her Emily Edit the Needs palette from Makeup Revolution. I can look at it. I've acquired a lot of palettes recently, and I need to cull the palettes that I really keeping though never use again, and just do some reorganization. So one of the things that Emily said that I'm like, well, but was setting the eye primer. Especially I find with I'm just gonna take Love here, this lightest shade. Especially using concealer as my eye primer, it can be pretty sticky. And when my issue is, I don't like to set my lid, but I do like to set in my crease, because otherwise when I go in with a shadow, it'll just like grab on in a funny way many times, and then it's really hard to blend. So I just like it to help blending things in the crease. Now the problem is I have a tendency to get the brush down too far, and then I end up setting some of my lid space, and then I'll have like I'll have the shadow kind of grab onto my lid and then not like to the bottom part of my lid, and then the top part of my lid it doesn't, and then that's a problem. That is a downside to not setting at all. But I agree, I do want that tacky base in order to have shadows to be able to grab onto it. It's tricky. I think what I'll do is use Piece out of the Needs palette just to get kind of my crease started with a little color, kind of a transition shade, if you will, so that I'm not like banging down some really intense color and then again it gets kind of stuck and I have difficulty blending. Okay, so I have some more unpopular beauty opinions. I don't like to wear lashes. I have no desire to wear lashes. I can't really do winged liner. I mean, I can sort of, but I don't think it's worth it because it doesn't go with my eye shape. I don't like perfect brows because I don't have the patience, the skill, etc. to do them, and I like to have fluffy, kind of crazy looking brows. I don't love a super crisp lip line. Sometimes I feel like it's the only option when you're wearing liquid lips, and I do, popular beauty opinion, I do greatly enjoy liquid lips. I think primarily because I have young children and I'm always getting bumped in the face, and I cannot stand when my lipstick gets smudged by a child. So that's my reasoning behind that one. I feel like I'm getting a little feisty here. It's this Love Tons. Or maybe I'll put Laugh Cry in first. I'm thinking about Samantha Ravndal, where she was talking about going light to dark, and it's like, yeah, I need to be more mindful of that. Like, what I tend to do is a transition color and then like a deeper color in my crease, and it's like, well, I would probably be served better if I just kind of built up the color a little bit more slowly. Be easier to blend out, as opposed to like going in with lighter colors to blend over the darker colors. Does that make sense? Unpopular beauty opinion, I don't like beauty community drama. I wish there was none of it. I don't want to ever hear about it. If people are doing like highly inappropriate things, then yes, I would like for them to for that to be addressed, and that, you know, if it doesn't make sense for a brand to continue working with someone because they're saying things that do not represent that brand in any way, then I would like that relationship to be discontinued. But the whole like drama channel thing and people just constantly talking about all the drama of the YouTubers and the companies and all that, I just could not care less. So I haven't used that Love Tons shade, and that's where I'm going next. Kind of like a kind of berry-ish. I probably should not be using such a big brush for this. Yeah. I also, unpopular opinion, I don't love super smoky eyes. I only do them every once in a while. They're definitely not my favorite. I don't really love like super glam looks from myself. You know, and I just like to mix things up in a variety of ways. So I don't really, you know, do just neutral, just colorful. I kind of like to do a variety. And I don't know. It's always a work in progress, and I definitely get stuck in a rut of doing certain types of looks because it's easy and I don't have to think about it. But I do try. When things are, you know, when I'm feeling good about makeup, when things are working, I do try to mix it up a fair amount. Not that you have to. I mean, do what you like, right? Isn't that the beauty of it all? Is you do what you like because it's your face. And who cares if it's trendy or not trendy? I'm not really into like trendy techniques or like particular ways to wear things. I like to wear things the way I wear them, and that definitely changes and is influenced by what I see other people doing. But I mean, this mirror is so nice. Like, I can see my whole face. I just love it. But ultimately, it's more about like what I want to do, what I'm looking to do. I don't wear pink all that often, so this is... I feel like I need some purple. I think I'll go into... I haven't decided what I'm putting on the center of my lid, and that's why I'm kind of leaving it open. Oh, cut crease. Doesn't work on my eye shape. I mean, I could make it work, but when your crease is like right next to your eyebrow, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I think you lose some of that impact. Adding like layers on top of layers on top of layers. I mean, I just think about like concealer and then a bunch of powder and then concealer and then powder. Like, if you have older skin, mature skin, I just don't think that many layers of product is gonna work very well. So now I'm taking Pi Phi, which is one of my favorite colors in this palette. It's like this kind of Blackberry shade, maybe. Really super pretty. It's not burgundy, it's not plum per se, it's not purple. It's just this really unique, really pretty shade. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. I can't think of any shadow that I have that is this kind of color. Pi Phi. Get you a little closer. That's one. So this, I have this one and that one and this. Those are the colors I have in the crease. That, like, for me tones down the pink a lot, so it's not so overwhelmingly pink. Pink is just not an easy color for me to wear. Full coverage. I don't like wearing full coverage makeup. I don't like to contour. I don't ever use bronzer. I don't like declutter videos. I don't like recording declutter videos, even though I do declutter fairly regularly. It's just not, I don't know. I don't, it's like if I'm getting rid of something, I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to like get rid of it. Move on with my life. It's not universal, but I like to wear makeup every day, regardless. Even though like making YouTube videos is like my main hobby, I like putting on makeup, and I do it every day regardless of if I'm doing an Instagram post or a YouTube video. I just like to wear makeup every day, and I like to do a full face every day because it's one of the things I enjoy to do. I think what I'm going to do with the Belle Violet shade this time is try applying it wet to see if that works a little better. And Belle Violet is the more purpley of the two, right there. So I'm just using a little Fix Plus on there. Let's see how this works. I mean, you don't get like the real clean lines and not quite the intensity you would get doing the cut crease types thing, but I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just when you're older and you just can't deal with so much texture on your lids. In real life, I guess. I'm sure it looks good to an extent on camera, but like, I go out with the makeup I put on every day into the world, so I want that makeup to look good in person as well. And so I find, like, especially being a little bit older, heavier makeup, like more coverage under the eyes, more coverage on your face is just, it's hard to pull off with my skin. And I'm gonna take the cream, which is a really, really nice, very light matte, like ivory cream color. I'm gonna use that up in this area. It's like really light enough to be a brightening brow bone highlight for me, which is awesome. I don't think I have any fallout. That's kind of surprising. I was wearing Norvina yesterday, and the shimmer shades are like so thick that like you get so much product just picking it up with a brush. You get so much product on your lids that then like it falls down on your face throughout the day. So I need to find a different way to apply those shimmers in a way that they're not like, because I noticed like last night I had this like shimmery goldenish color like all in my under eyes. Like, whoa, that's not my highlighter, that is my eyeshadow. That's not the look I was going for. Foundation, Too Faced Born This Way in Cloud. I haven't been like, I don't know, super enthusiastic to review this one. I think I saw Arna do a review on it, and I didn't feel the urgency because she had already done a review. I'm like, well, people are gonna watch hers, probably not mine, because we're a similar skin tone. She's a little more cool toned, and you know, she wears more coverage, and she's younger, and different skin type. So it's not like there's no value, but I definitely felt less of a priority compared to like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop and that Clinique Even Better and the MAC NC5 debacle. I also haven't had like, I had a really hard time getting this to apply to my face until I started using my Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. And now it applies great. With other sunscreens, I was having, I like had to apply it with my fingers. Like I couldn't get it applied well with a sponge, which is insanity. Oh, here's another unpopular makeup opinion, though it's more of like a, my face has got a problem. I can't use brushes to apply my foundation. Like occasionally I'll find a foundation and my skin is in just the right state where I can use the Artis Oval 8 brush, but it's pretty rare and it doesn't seem to ever last very long. Just everything settles into my pores and it's like it sucks all the moisture out of the foundation, so it's like spreading this dry, clingy foundation all over my face. I so want to be able to use a brush because I feel like it's so much easier than a sponge. I hate washing out sponges, and sponges fall apart and you have to replace them all the time, and I don't like a sponge, but it works so much better for me to apply foundation. I mean, brushes just don't work unless I spend like 20 minutes trying to do it perfectly, and that still would probably want to go back over it with a sponge. Oh, here's one. Here's like an actual like YouTube thing. I feel like in foundation reviews, I should give that foundation my best chance. I'm going to use my best skincare, my best primer if I think it needs a primer, my best powder, and I'm going to give that foundation its best shot. Always. And I like to do an actual review where I've tried out the foundation at least 3 or 4 times. Like, I'll do it earlier if I've had like 2 or 3 extremely successful uses of it, then I can feel confident and like, yes, this works. Because every once in a while I'll get a foundation, I'll use it the first time and it works great, and I'm never able to get it to work that well for me again. But I feel like first impressions, while I enjoy watching them, I don't think they're very useful. Because I'm just, and maybe it's because my skin is really finicky, but if I like just passed on every foundation that didn't work for me the first time, or passed judgment on a foundation the first time I wore it, I would never be able to wear anything. It's really unusual for me to have like great results the first time I wear something. I almost always have to try something different. Something like different skincare, primer, no primer, powder, no powder. Yeah. like how much coverage. Sometimes things won't look right because I've used too much coverage or I haven't used enough. Like I'll see the color will look really off because I've done more coverage than I normally would. Alright, I'm going in with the MAC Studio Fix Concealer. I can totally see why people wouldn't like this. They're like using the same amount I would with like the NARS. I feel like I do get less coverage, but the finish is so much nicer on my skin. I have found that the NARS lately has been looking really dry and crusty by the end of the day, which is really unfortunate. But this MAC one is, there's something about it that's really different. It's like it's really trying to smooth. There's something about the texture. So as long as I get it into my creases, it sits quite nicely. But I definitely have to kind of work it in because it's like it wants to sit on top and like have a film over the top. So as long as I like really kind of move my skin around and really push it into those creases, it sits really nicely. That's another one. I don't put foundation underneath my eyes because I just can't deal with like a bunch of product under my eyes because it just looks worse and worse and worse. I think I'll take the Laugh Cry shade first. Some of that eyeliner has kind of traveled down, so this will help set it as well. Eyeshadow in my eyeball, and then I'm just gonna go in with Pi-Fi, the kind of Blackberry shade. I'm not gonna replicate the halo situation. See, I can see fallout. This is what happens. I choose the wrong brush, and then I get eyeshadow everywhere. So it's not really creasing. It's not sitting weirdly. I don't think it's doing that weird thing where it like sits on top of my pores but doesn't go inside my pores. It's been like a new thing that I find some foundations have been doing lately. You'll see a little bit more creasing. This is the one that like will crease from all the way up here all the way down there. But it's not bad. Just a tiny bit. Not sure how I'm going to deal with that fallout down there because I have a feeling if I try to brush it off, it's just going to smear. Maybe I'll take this Wayne Goss brush. Maybe it will do its magic. This is the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash. So if you're having trouble with your mascara now that the weather has changed, try warming it up. It's much less gloppy for me when it's warmer. And since I'm already sitting down to do my makeup, it's not a big deal to just like stick it underneath my leg to warm it up. Here's a vaguely unpopular beauty opinion. I don't think you need to buy high-end anything. Like, I don't think it makes a difference anymore to buy like high-end foundation, high-end eyeshadow. Like, I think there are good enough quality, great quality products at the drugstore that you can only ever buy drugstore and have just as wonderful of a makeup look as you would with high-end. Alright, I'm gonna do brows. I am not gonna talk while I do my brows. I am, however, going to show you an extremely old product that I used in my brows exclusively for probably years. I'm bringing it back. Look at this, people. Look at this. This is a very old packaging of the Urban Decay single eyeshadow, and the shade is Shakedown. I mean, if you look through old videos, there's probably like 50 videos where I'm wearing this in my brows. I was devoted because I just didn't really know of anything better. It worked. Even if like you've just like smeared your mascara, letting it dry and like gently flicking it off with a spoolie. One of the best tips I learned many years ago. Alright, I'm still sticky, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this with what I've been using as a mirror. The NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder Pressed in Translucent Crystal. I used this under my eyes for a long time, and then I stopped using it, and I recently realized that it's really nice for me to set foundation that's sticky without adding any texture. And it helps my foundation wear better throughout the day. Take my e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Sheer Brow Tint in medium. And there's like no volume in this. It's just like a sheer gel, which I like because I find that easier to control, because I really don't like it when my brows start looking clumpy. I don't mind clumpy lashes, but clumpy brows I do take issue with. Alright, I'm going to take the blush Joy from the Emily Edit palette. Another unpopular beauty opinion, I don't like a lot of blush or bronzer. I don't like a lot of color on my cheeks. I am feeling like MAC Lightscapade. Lightscapade. I like that it doesn't have a super strong color. Like, I really like that Too Faced Diamond Fire highlighter, but it definitely has a strong flash of some sort of color when you're wearing it. Either it looks kind of green or kind of blue. You really have to kind of buff it in order to not get like a really strong color reflect. Whereas this is like, it doesn't look super white, it doesn't look super gold, it just, it's light, and it adds kind of like a little bit of a pink, I guess, pearl. Like the ultimate struggle is lipstick. I found this in an old bag. It's an Essence Sheer and Shine in Cute Nude. Let's see how cute she is. I haven't worn this since we moved a year ago, because it was in the bag that I was using when we moved, and I didn't realize I had left lipstick in there. Alright guys, I think the baby is awake. I need to be getting the 2-year-old up soon. I think that's all I have to say. I probably have more unpopular beauty opinions, but these are all the things I could think of. Let me know, have you tried out the Emily Edit palettes? What have you thought? Have you liked playing with them? I've had a lot of fun playing with them because they're so colorful, but like in an approachable way. And it's really kind of pushed me to use colors that I don't normally use. So that's awesome. Thank you, Emily, for that. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Please answer my poll. Let me know what you want to see for the foundation next. And I don't know if I have any others that are like in the queue that I haven't done a review for. I did want to mention real quick, you may have noticed I've added a link to the Ko-fi site, where it's a way to just like buy me a coffee, as they say, you know, just supporting what I do here on YouTube. Right now I am not monetized, and hopefully I will be in the next month or so. We'll see. My watch time has definitely been getting better with all these foundation reviews I've been doing. And yeah, if you want to support me, that will make it easier for me to buy more foundations to test out for you guys. And if you don't have the money, don't want to spend the money, whatever, that's fine. Totally understand that. But if you would like to support my channel, then please feel free to click that link and send me a couple bucks my way, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos and leaving a like and a comment. Subscribing, it all means a lot to me. If you want to see more videos from me, please do subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.